Hello guys and welcome to day 28 of our 30-day challenge. So today we'll just get ourselves over onto the mat and get into a comfortable position. Make any little adjustments you need. In my case, closing the door. We need every spare inch that we have. Sorry, a little yawn there. I'm a sleepy girl this morning, but I am with you. I am up nice and early. I am getting into the yoga. And we're just going to get a little bit of energy into our bodies to get off to a nice start. So we'll start lying down. Don't be fooled though. We're going to start off with a little bit of Savasana. First of all, just to focus in on our breathing. And again, just to give our body a chance to realize I'm awake. I may be lying down, but I'm out of bed. In our comfy clothes, ready to move. Allowing your feet to fall open to the side, resting your arms down by your side with your palms facing the ceiling, or if you prefer, bringing your left hand to your heart center, your right hand to your lower abdomen, making sure that your spine is in contact with the mat, your back is supported, your neck is in a nice neutral position, your eyes are soft, maybe gazing out a window if there's a window above you, or at the sky if you're practicing outside, or maybe allowing your eyes to close like me today if you just need a little bit extra time to wake up. From here we'll bring our knees in, bring them to bend, take another little yawn, give our hands a little shake. So again, just trying to get the energy moving. Lay your hands down on our side and bring our feet up to a 90-degree angle. If we want, we can bring them straight up overhead, so depending again how our energy levels are this morning. So this is legs up the wall. If you want also for this, you can actually come against the door or a wall so that your legs are entirely supported. So this is a really nice, relaxing pose. It's a great one to do as well before bed. So again, it's just a nice way to ease yourselves in today. Now, because I'm doing it without the support of a wall, I'm also using my core muscles. So we're building strength here. And we're also reversing the flow of the blood in the legs, which is great, especially if you're on your feet a lot at the moment. So you're keeping your spine nice and neutral. Your legs are either straight overhead or your knees are bent with your shins parallel to the floor. From here we'll bend our legs down and we'll lay them out again, drawing our right leg over to the right, shimmying your hip a little to the left, drawing your right arm over to the right and allowing your left arm to follow, holding on to your left wrist with your right hand, and again crossing over your right foot with your left if you want that bit of an extra stretch. So just getting a nice stretch all along our left side body here in our banana pose. From here we'll come through center. Again, you might need to make readjustments depending on space, and come over to the left, drawing our left leg over to the left side of the mat, placing our right foot next to it or on top, allowing our hip to shimmy slightly to the right, bringing our left arm over to the left and our right arm to follow, and catching our right wrist with our left hand. And again, allowing our gaze to stay soft, and then from here coming back to center. Bring a bend into our knees, shimmying ourselves forward slightly so we have space to move into our bridge pose. We place our hands down by our side and we'll gently lift up into our bridge position. Okay, so we have our ankles stacked beneath our knees. Our hips are flexing, getting a nice stretch for the front of our hips. So both hip points are facing up. Keeping our neck in neutral. So we don't want to strain the neck or hurt it in this position. We need to be careful with that. And then if you want a little bit of extra lift, you can come onto the backs, the tops of your shoulders, interlace your fingers and draw them away from you. And this will just get you that little bit higher up in the bridge. From here then, whichever position we're in, we'll slowly release back down onto the earth. We'll turn to the left, place our hand down and gently lift up. Good. My hair looks black. Bizarre. Okay. From here, we'll come into butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of your feet together, drawing them in as far as you can, and then interlacing your fingers and holding them under your feet. From here, we're going to shimmy like a butterfly. We're going to just gently encourage your legs to just rock up and down, like a little flitter of wings. So this is nice because we're actually, through this very gentle movement, we're encouraging the hips to open, and then having done that a number of times, we'll now come to a still, really pressing our legs down to the side and noticing that our hips are freeing up, they're opening up, they're releasing a bit more. And just from here, keeping that spine nice and elongated and then releasing. So coming into a cross-legged position in the center of our mat, we'll interlace our fingers, draw them forward, reach them up over our head, allow our gaze to follow, and then on the exhale, release them down by our side. We'll bring them back into center, interlace our fingers, draw them forward, bring them up overhead, allowing our gaze to follow, and on the exhale, bring them down by our side. Interlacing our fingers, we draw them forward and up, allowing our gaze to follow, and on the exhale, bring them down by our side. And one more time, interlacing our fingers as we reach them out and up, allowing our gaze to follow, and on the exhale, releasing down to the side. So just encouraging a little bit of energy to move into the body. Hands to knees and 3 shoulder rolls back, and then 3 shoulder rolls forward, just loosening up our shoulder muscles today. Giving our hands another little shake again, getting the energy moving, getting the body flowing. From here we'll come on to all fours, bring our knees hip distance apart, bring our wrists underneath our shoulders, nice flat back, and we'll just gently start to move into cats and cows. Exhaling as we move into cow, and on the inhale we start to tuck our tailbone, arch our spine, lift up, draw our chin to chest on the inhale. On the exhale we raise our head up and gaze at the ceiling or sky, and on the inhale down. On the exhale moving up, and on the inhale moving back down. Again, always initiating the movement from our tailbone, the base of our spine, and continuing as we move vertebrae by vertebrae up through the spine. And then when you're ready, coming back to tabletop position. Drawing our left hand under our face, raising our right arm overhead and linking it under, but not coming down. Then raising it up again and linking it under. So here we're just building a bit of strength, reaching and then lifting up again, allowing our gaze to follow. And on this last one, we're going to allow our shoulder to come down to the mat. We can leave our left hand where it is by our head, or we can remove it and place it on our lower back. So again, whichever one feels better for you today, and just breathing into that nice stretch there in our shoulder. From here, we lift that hand, place it back down, raise our right hand, and this time bring it down under our face, raising our left hand, and on the exhale, we're reaching under, and then we're going to come straight back up. On the inhale, reaching our arm up, gaze to follow. On the exhale, reaching under. And one more time, on the inhale, reaching up, allowing our gaze to follow the direction of our hand. And on the inhale, we're going to lower down, this time allowing our shoulder to come down. And same as the last time, keeping your right hand on the ground or bringing it to your lower back. And we'll breathe into the sensation and then bring our right hand down, raise our left, coming back into a tabletop position. From our tabletop, we're going to just make a bit of room for ourselves so that we can move down into puppy pose. So really grounding through the backs of our feet and our shins. Knee is stacked underneath our hips, lowering our chest to the ground, lowering our forehead to the ground, bringing our arms forward, pressing through our hands, they're shoulder distance apart, and just taking some nice deep inhales and exhales here. And enjoying this opening for the chest and shoulders. Then gently coming back up, drawing our hands in, bringing our feet into a cross-legged position, coming back to the center of our mat, bringing our hands to our knees, a little smile for ourselves. Maybe closing our eyes and just coming back to our breath. So this is a good moment at the start of the day to set an intention, something that you'd like to achieve today, something that you'd like to do. And then we'll bring our hands together as you go forward. May you have peace in your thoughts, in your words, in your heart, your body and soul. Namaste.